and welcome to the Preptatics YouTube channel. In this session, we will cover the top 10 most important current affairs MCQs from yesterday, August 3rd, 2025, that are crucial for your upcoming government exams. Let's get started. Question 1. The recent meeting of the GST Council, held on August 3rd, 2025, announced a significant rate cut on which of the following items to promote green mobility? Explanation. The correct answer is lithium-ion battery packs and cells. The GST Council, in its 55th meeting, decided to reduce the Goods and Services Tax (GST) on lithium-ion battery packs and cells from 18% down to 5%. This is a landmark decision aimed squarely at promoting green mobility. The battery is the most expensive component in an electric vehicle, EV, and by making it cheaper, the government is directly lowering the upfront cost of EVs for consumers. This policy is a key part of the government's push for the faster adoption of electric mobility in India, which is also supported by the FAME India scheme, faster adoption and manufacturing of hybrid and electric vehicles. This move is expected to significantly boost the EV market and help India achieve its environmental goals. Question 2. India recently participated in the MALABAR 2025 feat naval exercise. Besides India, which other countries are permanent members of this exercise? Explanation. The correct answer is the USA, Japan, and Australia. The Malabar exercise is a multilateral naval exercise that has evolved significantly over the years. It began in 1992 as a bilateral exercise between the Indian and US navies. Recognizing the shared security interests in the Indo-Pacific region, Japan became a permanent partner in 2015, and Australia rejoined in 2020. This grouping of the four nations, India, the USA, Japan, and Australia, is formally known as the Quadrilateral Security Dialogue, or Quad. The exercise focuses on improving cooperation in maritime security and is a powerful statement of the Quad's commitment to a free and open Indo-Pacific. Question 3. The Ministry of Tribal Affairs launched a new e-commerce portal named Adivasi Udyam yesterday. What is the primary objective of this portal? Explanation. The main objective is to provide a direct market for products made by tribal artisans. The Adivasi Udyam portal is a strategic initiative to empower tribal communities by eliminating middlemen. It provides a direct platform for tribal producers to sell their unique handcrafted products, organic produce, and traditional items to a wider audience of national and international buyers. This initiative is a part of the Pradhan Mantri Van Dhan Yojana (PMVDY), which aims to convert tribal forest produce into value-added products and is managed by TRIFED, Tribal Cooperative Marketing Development Federation of India. Question 4. Where was the recent summit of the Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multisectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation, or BIMSTEC, held? Explanation. The summit was held in Colombo, Sri Lanka. The 7th BIMSTEC summit brought together the leaders of 7 member countries, Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Myanmar, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and Thailand. The summit concluded with the Colombo Declaration, which outlined a shared vision for enhancing key areas such as maritime connectivity, trade, and security. BIMSTEC is a crucial regional organization that acts as a bridge between South Asia and Southeast Asia, fostering closer ties and cooperation in the strategically important Bay of Bengal region. Question 5. Justice, RETD. Meenakshi Madan Rai was in the news for being appointed as the head of a committee. What is the mandate of this committee? Explanation. The committee has been formed to investigate violations of the One Rank One Pension, or OROP scheme. The Supreme Court of India appointed this one-person judicial committee to address the grievances of ex-servicemen. The committee's role is to look into complaints and issues related to the calculation and payment of pensions under the OROP scheme. This appointment is a direct response to the ongoing legal and administrative challenges faced by military veterans in receiving their full and correct pension entitlements. Question 6. ISRO's Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle, PSLV, successfully launched OCEANS-AT4. What is the main application of the OCEANS-AT series of satellites? Explanation. The main application is oceanography and climate studies. The OCE-ANSAT satellites are dedicated to providing valuable data for ocean research. OCE-ANSAT-4 is equipped with advanced sensors capable of monitoring sea surface winds, ocean chlorophyll, a key indicator of marine health, and atmospheric conditions. The data collected by these satellites is vital for a wide range of applications, including accurate weather forecasting, climate change monitoring, and the sustainable management of India's marine resources and fisheries. Question 7. India announced the addition of a new wetland, Ansupa Lake, to the list of Ramsar sites. In which state is Ansupa Lake located? Explanation. Ansupa Lake is located in Odisha. It is a beautiful horseshoe-shaped freshwater lake situated in the Cuttack district. Its designation as a Ramsar site is a significant achievement, highlighting its international importance as a wetland. This recognition is based on the Ramsar Convention of 1971, an international treaty for the conservation and sustainable use of wetlands. This status will help in the conservation and wise use of the lake's resources, which are crucial for the local ecosystem and biodiversity. Question 9. In a major achievement for Indian athletics, Jyoti Yaraji won a gold medal at the Asian Athletics Meet. She is associated with which event? Explanation. Jyoti Yaraji excels in the 100 meters hurdles. She is a national record holder and one of the brightest stars in Indian athletics. Her gold medal at the Asian Athletics Meet is a significant milestone, confirming her status as the top athlete in her event at the continental level. Her consistent performance and determination are an inspiration to aspiring athletes across the country. Question 10. The Param Siddhi AI supercomputer was in the news for receiving a software upgrade. Where is this supercomputer installed in India? Explanation. This supercomputer is installed at CDAC, Pune. The Param Siddhi AI is India's fastest supercomputer dedicated to artificial intelligence applications. It is a key part of the National Supercomputing Mission, a joint initiative of the Ministry of Electronics and IT and the Department of Science and Technology. The recent software upgrade further enhances its capabilities, allowing it to handle more complex computational tasks, accelerate AI research, and support scientific and technological advancements in India. That's all for today's daily news quiz. We hope you found this session helpful for your exam preparation. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Preptatics for more daily updates. Thank you for watching.